On a single night, nearly 200 years ago, an entire village of 1,500 people vanished into the darkness. And to this day, no one truly knows why. They left behind their homes, their temples, their wells, everything. And as they disappeared, they are said to have left one thing more: a curse that no one would ever live on this land again. 2 centuries later, that curse appears to be holding. This is the true story of Kuldhara, India's most famous cursed village. About 18 kilometers from the golden city of Jaisalmer, in the heart of the Thar Desert, lie the ruins of Kuldhara. But Kuldhara was never alone. It was the largest of a cluster of 84 villages, all settled by one remarkable community, the Paliwal Brahmins. The Paliwals were no ordinary villagers. They were brilliant farmers and traders who had learned to grow crops in a desert where almost nothing should grow. Their secret was a deep knowledge of the land. They used gypsum layers beneath the soil to trap precious rainwater and grew wheat and chickpeas where others saw only sand. For centuries they prospered. Kuldhara grew wealthy with grand sandstone houses, ornate temples, and step wells, a jewel of the desert, home to around 1,500 people. Life was good. Their homes were built facing each other in neat rows, their community close-knit and proud. And then everything changed. The kingdom of Jaisalmer had a diwan, a prime minister, named Salim Singh. He was powerful, cunning, and by every account, utterly ruthless. Salim Singh was infamous for his greed. He taxed the people mercilessly, squeezing them for every coin, and no one in the kingdom dared to stand against him. His towering mansion in Jaisalmer still stands today, Salim Singh Ki Haveli, a monument to a man whose ambition knew no limits. But according to the legend, it was not gold that finally broke Kuldhara. It was a young woman, the beautiful daughter of the village chief. Salim Singh, the story goes, became obsessed with her. He demanded that the chief hand her over, and gave the village an ultimatum with a deadline. If they refused, he would crush them with impossible taxes and unleash his soldiers. The message was clear: surrender the girl, or be destroyed. That night, the elders of all 84 Paliwal villages gathered in secret. To give up the girl was unthinkable. To fight was impossible. So they chose a third path. They decided to abandon everything. In a single night, thousands of people, every man, woman, and child from all 84 villages, packed what they could carry and slipped away into the desert. No one saw them go. No one knew which direction they took. By the time the sun rose, Kuldhara and every village around it stood completely, eerily empty. Homes were left with belongings still inside. It was as if 1,500 people had simply evaporated overnight. And to this day, historians cannot say for certain where the Paliwals went. But before they left, the legend says the Paliwals did one final thing. They cursed the land, declaring that Kuldhara would remain barren forever, and that anyone who tried to settle there would not survive. That was around the year 1825. In the 200 years since, countless people have tried to resettle Kuldhara. Every attempt, the locals say, has failed. Something about the place drives people away. Some speak of a strange unease, a feeling of being watched. Others tell darker stories. In more recent years, Kuldhara has drawn ghost hunters and paranormal investigators from across India, determined to spend a night inside the ruins. One well-known team from Delhi reported unsettling results: sudden drops in temperature, moving shadows caught in their equipment, and the feeling of unseen presences all around them. Visitors have described handprints appearing on dusty walls, the distant sound of voices and children, and cars that mysteriously refuse to start near the village gates. And some claim to have seen her, the shadow of a woman, still wandering the empty lanes of the village she was never allowed to leave in peace. Whether you believe the stories or not, the authorities take no chances. The gates of Kuldhara are locked every evening, and no one is allowed inside after dark. But not everyone believes in the curse. Historians and scientists have spent years searching for a rational explanation, and they have found some compelling ones. The most convincing theory is water. Studies suggest the region's groundwater was slowly turning saline and running dry, and without water, no desert village could survive for long. Others point to a powerful earthquake that may have struck the area, damaging the wells and homes and forcing a sudden, desperate departure. And many believe the simplest explanation is the truest, that Salim Singh's crushing taxes alone made life unbearable, and the proud Paliwals chose dignity over slavery. Yet none of these theories fully explain how tens of thousands of people vanished in one night, leaving almost no trace, and why not one of the 84 villages was ever reclaimed. Today, Kuldhara is protected by the Archaeological Survey of India, and by day it welcomes thousands of tourists who wander its silent, sunlit lanes. They come for the mystery, and they leave with a question that has no answer. A whole civilization, gone in a night, remembered only in stone. So what really happened to Kuldhara? A cruel minister and a girl? A dying water supply? An earthquake? Or something we still cannot explain? Perhaps the Paliwals took the truth with them into the desert that night. And perhaps, in the silence of Kuldhara, some part of them never truly left. What do you think is the real secret of Kuldhara? A curse or history we've simply forgotten? Tell us in the comments. And if this story gave you chills, subscribe to Untold Story Saga, because the past is full of secrets, and we're only just beginning to uncover them.